The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful week, that you're leaning in, looking forward to what the week will bring, as well as all that we will be covering on this show. I'm personally excited about the content today. I'm always excited. I just feel very blessed to be able to connect with the people that I get to connect with and share them with all of you. But today, we're going to be talking about some subjects that are a little bit sensitive, but when we can empower you around them, become very purposeful and meaningful. And what sometimes can be an area that we lean away from, if we discover a way to lean into it, it can fuel our passion powerfully. So what I'm talking about is having the funds, having the money to move forward into the areas that you care most about, that it's actually supporting you and helping you thrive. We're going to be talking about that today. And we're also going to be talking about challenges, difficulties that we can have in life, and how can that actually bring us fuel to those things we care most about versus deterring us and pulling us away. Do you see why I'm so excited about the juicy content we're going to be talking about today, as we lean into really looking at our relationship with money, how we can get empowered in that, looking at the things we care most about, and how do challenges fit into that so that they actually fuel and motivate us to go forward in life versus creating challenges and hindering us from where we want to go in life. And I want you just to take a moment and breathe that in. I like to look at April as a time that we are looking at those showers, those challenges in life, like April showers brings May flowers. And I love to focus in on looking at how we can actually find the silver lining in those things that are difficult, that are challenging. It doesn't mean that the challenge suddenly goes away and it's easy just to float along and in a happy little bubble world. But it actually means there's depth and roots that can grow and fuel what we care most about. And sometimes we discover those roots, or we discover our strength and what we truly care about when life is challenging, when we do have those moments in life that suddenly the rules have changed. Suddenly life is not the same as it was before. We really discover where we're at in life, what we care most about. It's a moment where we can choose what we're going to put energy into, what we are going to move forward with, what matters most to each of us. And when we tap into that and can discover that, we find passion and energy can drive us, because this is what matters to us. This is what we are called to bring forward. And then funds, money, can absolutely be part of that. The bigger the passion, the bigger the purpose, the more that you are called to bring forward in life. It's important to have the energy, the time, and the resources to support that vision. And so we're going to talk about that, how you can tap into that today, as we look at helping support you to step into your passion, to discover your motivation, to move forward with purpose and power and passion. That is the life that I want you to have, that I want you to choose to have, to lean into and move forward with. So let's take a collective breath together. Wonderful. And in this space, I want to invite you to listen in to what is being spoken into your heart, mind, body, and soul and spirit. We rush along so quickly that we don't always remember to pause, to listen, to really feel and hear what we need as we move forward, to lean into those things that serve and support us. And here's a secret. The key to living a life on purpose, to living purposefully, is to remember that you are making choices every breath, every day. And I invite you to not live in automatic, but really be purposeful about how you're choosing to spend your time, your energy, your resources, and you. You are an amazing gift that I want to make sure, as you're saying yes to things and no to things, that you're doing that with thought and with purpose, that it's lining up with what matters most to you. To me, that is a key to living a purpose-filled life. So let's take a breath again. Great. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Both hands on the wheel, no texting and driving. Be alert. And those of you who are able to, I do invite you to close your eyes. Drivers, please stay eyes open, driving, but just kind of inwardly tune in and listen to what's going to be spoken into your spirit. Let's take a moment to pause together. Those of you who are able to, put both feet on the ground, feel it supporting you. Your chair supporting you as well. Just relax into it. Close your eyes, take a breath, a big belly breath, expanding your belly, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. This belly breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth like a straw, actually lowers your cortisol level, reduces stress, which is great, as we're pausing and listening. Eyes closed, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Again, those deep breaths continuing. And in this space, what is it that you need today? What is it that will support you, encourage you, empower you, motivate you? What is it that you need today? Let that drop into your spirit. As you're in this space of listening, I ask your eyes, heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit, that your ears are ready to hear, your eyes are ready to see, that your spirit's ready to deeply feel, listen, and receive the truth of what it is you need and what it is that you're wanting to step forward in. It can come as a picture, an image, a memory. All of the senses can be used, a scent, a song. Once you receive whatever it is that you need, I invite you to come back into the room, open up your eyes, and write down whatever it is that you need today that will encourage you, empower you, support you, what it is that you want to be on the lookout for, to step into. I want you to keep it top of mind today, eagerly anticipating that you'll have an opportunity to say yes to receiving that you'll have the opportunity to step into whatever it is that you need. So easy to miss those things because we aren't looking, we aren't listening. I invite you to do that. Be on the lookout. and ready to receive. One more collective breath. Wonderful. And Nichole, I wanted to see if there was something placed on your heart during that moment that you'd like to share with us.
Hi, Rebecca. It was so much placed on my heart as you was going through, as far as the breathing in and out. So much love to help people further with their challenges, to reach back and give them so much hope that we can, and realize that we have 1,440 minutes in each day. And each day, I want to give something back in return, and that's to give them love, peace, help them with their purpose and their passion. That's what's really on my heart right now. It's just love and peace is just standing out right now, Rebecca.
Beautiful. And listeners, I hope I could feel your love coming through the lines as you were sharing the depth of it and the warmth of it and your heart's desire to support people in that way. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Sonya, how about you? Did you have something placed upon your heart to share?
Yes, similar. It's love, compassion, and spreading joy, especially, because money is such a heavy subject. So I feel like when you connect to that heart space, it opens so much for you. And then the compassion, to have that for others and for yourself. That's so important because we're so quick to judge ourselves. So I just felt that was really important to remember to be compassionate, not only for others, but for yourself.
How beautiful. Thank you for that reminder. It's so true. We can be quick to be compassionate and supportive of others and forget to give that to ourselves and to provide ourselves that beautiful, beautiful reminder. And I could feel your love too. So you definitely conveyed that love. And I love tying it into passion, purpose, that loving look with ourselves, treating ourselves with kindness and compassion and understanding and joy. We can absolutely have purposeful, powerful lives that bring joy along with them, that is deep and powerful. And so I love that, Sharon. You're absolutely right about money. It doesn't have to be this heavy thing that we don't want to deal with that doesn't have joy, that can actually come together and become a joyful connection. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Got excited about that. And I think what was placed on my heart as I went in and listened, it was connection, love, and purpose. That I really want all of us, including myself, to be powerfully connected, to deeply love ourselves and others, and choose to live on purpose. That was what was dropped into my spirit. Listeners, I'd love for you to take some time to really capture, if you didn't before, what has been dropped into your spirit. We're getting ready to go to our first commercial break, and as we do, I invite you to listen in to your heart and spirit and really see what it is that you want to lean into today and capture. And when we come back, we will be digging into our first expert interview. We look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took advantage of that commercial break to really sink in. Keep doing that beautiful, deep belly breathing, lowering your cortisol, and listening. It's such a luxury for many of us as we move along so quickly in life that we don't take that opportunity to sink in and listen and breathe in that deep, rich way. And it was so funny, a behind the scenes moment here. I was talking to my guest speakers, and they're like, I just want to keep breathing. This was fabulous. And sinking in and really enjoying that opportunity to connect and listen and be nourished and receive in that way. So I promised I would ease them in gently, as I am doing with you, into our next segment, where we're really going to talk with the experts around money and passion and motivation and purpose, so we can give you practical and profound tools to support you on your journey. So let's take a great big breath together, eyes open. Wonderful. As we lean in with eager anticipation to our first expert speaker / interviewee. I believe we're all speakers in a sense. We all have opportunities to share our hearts and our lives with others. And in that space, we've become a speaker in speaking and sharing our truth and connecting with others. So sometimes you'll hear me say speaker or guest expert, because to me, we are all speakers. And it's a reminder that what we say, what we're willing to share in that authentic space, masks off in real life, day-to-day things, really matters and can create great connection and support for ourselves and others. So I encourage you to lean into being a speaker in your life, sharing your truth. But let's switch gears here a little bit and lean into our first guest expert. Her name is Sonya Williams. She is a law school graduate, life coach, founder of Success Coach Unlimited, and she is passionate about helping others create abundance and financial prosperity in their lives. Please help me lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Sonya Williams to the show. Welcome.
I am so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You are so welcome. Excited to have you here. And you're actually a creator of a summit that's going on right now. And I wanted to see if you wanted to take a moment and share a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. So because abundance is one of my favorite topics, as well as being my word for 2016, I created Your Abundant Mindset Summit, where I have 21 amazing experts sharing their tips, tools, and techniques on how people can create more abundance and money in their lives now. Not tomorrow, now.
I love it. An urgency and an opportunity. So
Yes.
thank you
Yes.
for bringing your word of the year abundance into the summit that is going on and sharing now. So being shared now to support people now as they are going forward in 2016. Thank you for the work that you do.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you for being one of my experts. I am so, so happy to have had you.
Thrilled. Anytime I can support and share about money and empower others and break down some of those myths, I am happy. So thank you for having me. Very honored. Wonderful. So to learn more about that, do make sure to connect with Sonya, and you will find her information on our website. So I do want to make sure that if that summit's resonating with you, you know where to find it and can connect. Perfect. And then I'd love to start in the heart place with why. So why is this supporting people around abundance and prosperity? Why is that personally so important to you?
Well, for me, I think I had an incident about 11 years ago. I was a law school graduate, pardon me, and I was looking for big change. And when you know you want something different, but you don't clarify. So what I did do, I ended up packing up, selling a lot of my things, and moving across country for what I thought would be a wonderful job opportunity. And 4 months later, I was back home, no job, no car. I couldn't even afford to mail back all of my belongings. So I was kind of financially devastated. And I was in such a heavy place because I'd never been here before. And so I had to really guard against all the scarcity and lack that kept popping up for me. And I began reading and finding everything I could related to abundance and having an abundant mindset. And I want to help people not go through what I did. Because, everyone has a journey, but if I can provide some support, encouragement, tips, tools, some valuable information so that perhaps your journey is less painful, I'm all for it.
Exactly. And I love how you're talking about this mindset of abundance because just my background, I was a financial advisor for a number of years, and I found how we thought about money affected things just as much as the actions that we would take, like those practical things we did around money. And if people only focused on the one, like the money part as financial advisors, that's what we can help with. We're experts at that. We didn't know about this whole mindset stuff. We were really focused on the numbers. And I found that when we could help people with that, if they didn't have support around the mindset that they're shifting to where they wanted to go was limited. But when they could bring in that mindset of abundance and learn how to have a different relationship with money and what they were building for and why, suddenly they were able to take the actions in a different way and things lined up much more powerfully. So thank you for being willing to walk beside people in that and shorten the journey for people that they don't have to learn the hard way. That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. So what is the biggest challenge that you had in this? I know you shared a little bit of your story, and I wanted to see if there's anything that you wanted to expand on in that.
Absolutely. So, of course, hindsight is 20/20. It's when we go, oh, yeah. So a couple of things popped up for me. I had always been pretty self-sufficient. So the idea that I came back home and I had to ask for help, terrifying, and I was the one in my family known for always having money. People always came to me for money. But when I came back and I had to reach out and ask for help, there was shame. I felt guilty about, oh my gosh, I shouldn't even be in here. And I know you've talked about the shoulds before, and I was in it. And so when I was able to shift out of that, that's when things really opened up for me. But it was really scary. And the amazing thing is no one ever said anything like, I told you that wouldn't work out, or, you see, what did you go and do that for? That was a bad mistake. No one. I received so much love and support. And, in fact, a couple of people, because they know I'm such a low-risk taker, they were just like, I'm so proud that you went out and did it. So you just know that's one way that won't work for you. On to the next thing.
Beautiful cheerleaders in your life. I love it.
Right?
And I find that is something that many people struggle with, is that guilt or the shame or the shoulds that we were talking about. And if they can be compassionate, like you were talking about before, and release that, it can help them move forward so powerfully. So how did you overcome that challenge, and how has that led to you being able to thrive as you are today?
Well, so when I began to ask for help and I realized that I was going to be okay and I was being supported and loved, it expanded me, and those limitations and blocks and barriers that, like, I couldn't even get a job for 6 months, and I had never had a problem getting a job. So the minute I really started to open to that and really believing and remembering that I am limitless, and, as abundance isn't just about money, but to have an abundance of support, love, encouragement. I actually started attending Unity Church to fellowship and just be in that energy of receiving, and that really turned things around. I then got a wonderful job. Was able to later buy my home less than 4 years later, and I just, I look at how my life is now, and I would not change a thing, Rebecca, because the people that I have met along this journey, they are my closest friends, and we're so in line in terms of our abundant mindsets and, loving and being compassionate towards others and having joy. So at the time it was difficult to see that, but now it's like, okay, got it.
Thank you for sharing. I love this because life is not a solo journey. And so part of that overcoming sounds like you found your tribe, you found your people to support you on your journey. And in those difficult times, a lot of those relationships were formed, and that they continue to this day, that cheering you on and celebrating with you. So powerful and beautiful. And listeners, I invite you to do a little check-in here and see, do you have your tribe, or should we put that on your list of things to look forward for and lean into? Remembering to be compassionate, remembering to ask for help. Really take a moment to check in and see if you are bringing those things into your life and how you're defining abundance. I love how you're expanding it. Money is part of it, but not all of it. So really look at how you're defining it. Beautiful, beautiful shares. And now I know you've prepared an amazing gift for us, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about that.
Well, thank you for allowing me the time to do that. So I have a gift called Your Top 3 Money Blocks and Tips to Eliminate Them. And the goal or the intention of this is to help people begin to understand the role and the beliefs that they have in creating abundance. I mean, money, like you said, it's something that we deal with every day, and we can really be our own worst critic. So this is where the compassion, the positive self-talk will help. Excuse me. Yes. And there's an exercise in my report that can help people determine if they even have negative money blocks and what they can do to start turning them around.
Wonderful. What a valuable gift to not only discover, if you have them, what they are, but how to eliminate them. I love results, so thank you. I appreciate you making that gift available. Listeners, towards the end of the show, I'll let you know how to access that. We're going into our next commercial break here. So lean in, listen, and we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Age with Attitude TV is for the woman who does not see her future as a nice little old lady, but rather she sees herself living a bold, juicy, kick-ass second half. Now, if this is the life you want for your second 50, then Age with Attitude TV is for you. You'll find stories to inspire you, plus money and metabolism tips that really work. Check it all out at agewithattitude.tv, presented by Jan Rose Distel. Find us on voiceamerica.tv. And remember, it's never too late to create a life you love.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that commercial break and you got a chance to lean in and listen and do some check-ins. It's always great to process information real time when you get it. So here's a tip for the show. And as we go into those commercial breaks, there are 2-minute little mini moments that you have a chance to actually process what we're sharing with you and make it personal. Really check in. What can I take from this? What can I apply to my life now? Will that gift of removing money blocks and looking at them serve me? Kind of do a check-in. It's so easy to get distracted and try to take care of one more thing. Instead, really take advantage of those 2 minutes and give them as a gift to yourself. And then the second thing I invite you to do is to listen to the commercials themselves. We actually have them there on purpose and for a purpose. They're to let you know about upcoming events and programs that we feel you would like to know about that will serve you. Sometimes they're television shows that are in the transformational arena, or radio shows or other places and programs that we want to make sure you're aware of. And then the second type of commercials are sponsors that are making this show possible. These are people and organizations that believe in you. They believe empowering women and transforming lives is important, so much so that they're willing to align their brand and business with it. So I invite you to get to know them, to lean into them, because they're absolutely leaning into you. So those are ways you can really utilize and maximize your experience in this show, real-time processing, receiving, and checking in. So don't miss those opportunities. So now we are shifting gears and talking to our next expert. Her name is Nichole Peters. She is a motivational speaker, the CEO and founder of Women of Power, Love, and Respect, and Believe in Your Dreams Publishing. Her company and organization is actually the publisher of a couple of my forthcoming books that we'll be sharing about in those commercials and in future shows. So you want to be leaning into that. And she is an advocate for domestic abuse survivors, passionate about helping others to believe and step into their dreams. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Nichole Peters to the show. Welcome.
Welcome, Rebecca. I am glad and most appreciative for you to be having me on this amazing show of yours. You know it rocks every Tuesday.
I love it. We are excited to have your rockin' self join us. So welcome.
Thank you.
And I always like to start with this why space of why this work about really helping others believe, because I know that belief part is so important, and step into their dreams. Why is that work personally so important to you?
The word believe, Rebecca, is so important to me because when I did not believe in me, when I didn't believe in my dreams, when I didn't believe I had hope to make it because of the challenges I faced daily, my grandmother told me, let me tell you something, little girl. You're going to believe in your dreams, and your dreams will come true. But you have to believe in it, or you can help others believe in it in the world. I stayed with that in my mind every single day, and I stuck with it, and I decided to believe in my dreams.
Beautiful. And this really impacted your life powerfully. And why or how are you bringing that forward and helping others with this? Stepping into the belief part of their dreams.
I started an organization called Women of Love, Power, Respect. And what we do is we help women to know that love is the ultimate goal to the heart of any soul. We taught them that power is your strength from God to carry you daily, and to use your power, not abuse power, not to take power and demand, but to use it to strengthen others, to strengthen you, and to have that self-love. And then we taught them about respect. Respect others. Respect that you can be who you want to be. Respect the world and make it a better place. And that is exactly what I started doing. I also started my own publishing company called Believe in Your Dreams Publishing, because I was a woman that went through different challenges, and my kids did too. So I had to let them know, okay, if we believe in each other, then we can help others believe in them. So I started my own publishing company called Believe in Your Dreams Publishing, where we also help other people and children called the Smile Sisters Motivated and Literacy Excellence Students. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your journey and your grandmother's sage and loving advice that you have so embraced and embodied. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Now, looking at thriving, because a lot of what we're looking at doing when we look at the month of April and finding that silver lining and stepping powerfully forward, so bringing those flowers in our life, I don't want us to just survive, but really thrive. I feel like that has an abundance feel, bringing in some of the language that Sonya was sharing with us earlier, bringing in that abundance feel in our life. It's that thriving. And I know that's something that resonates really strongly with you, Nichole. Do you mind sharing some reasons why you choose to thrive?
Okay, I can share with you, Rebecca, 3 reasons why I choose to thrive. One of the reasons why I choose to thrive is that I became a survivor of domestic violence. And I promised God if he can just give me my life back. I couldn't talk like how I'm talking now without stuttering. I couldn't think that it was over for me because of what I went through. So I said to myself, my number one thing is I'm not only going to survive, I'm not only going to live because they're thriving off life, I'm going to survive. So that's what made me want to thrive. The second one is that I wanted to, whatever circumstances that I was going through, I wanted to be a progress, to prosper on all levels, and to show others they can too, no matter what the disability is. And my third one is to create an empire of thriving by becoming successful, to reach back and give off love and perseverance.
I love this, and I love how you are boldly proclaiming an empire. I don't hear very many people doing that today, and I love it because it shows something bigger and beyond yourself that involves others and that you are reaching back and lifting up. I love that, and I think these are not just reasons that you choose to thrive, but these are actually things that we can look at in our own lives and bring in how to thrive. Not just say, I'm going to survive this, but I'm going to thrive thrive from this. I'm going to build something bigger and greater from this. This can help us overcome our challenges, really get motivated, get excited, find our passion to move forward. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I know that, again, this empire you've built, the publishing company that you've built, I know there's a nonprofit that you have built as well. And you have we've just touched on a couple of the pieces of the empire, listeners. I want you to know that. So you want to get to know Nichole and all of her various aspects of her empires. But how do you help? Do you mind sharing some of the ways that you can help or people can step forward to find their way of thriving?
Oh, yes. Rebecca, when I first wrote my first book, I went through challenges as a kid to get it done. I lost so much money. I spent thousands of dollars and still could not get it done right. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own. I named myself the Rock Star. I'm going to start my own Rock Star funding campaign. And that's exactly what I did. And I went against all odds when people were like, I don't know if you can do it. But you know what? What matters is what we face if we keep moving. So I started a campaign, and what I did was I reached out to my family and friends, and I was able to start a program online where they give back to me and to help me start my business. But I started off on only $1,200. But by the time I end up doing my campaign, my Rockstar campaign funding, I end up raising around about $15,000 or $16,000.
And these are the, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and that's how I give back. Now, what I do, not only for the program for me, I do it for others. And what I do is I with the Awesome program, I set them up. I talk to them. I give them each tip on which way they can go. I can either do a webinar and do a coaching session with them. I can either set it up, do the coaching session, and make sure that they funding is correct and done in the proper way with my whole team. Or either we can do all three and with marketing and make sure they're successful, because so many people do not. The first thing they say is, I don't have the money. Or I can't do it. So now we did a Rockstar program to say, yes, you can rock too, and you can have your funding as well. These are the ways that you can do it. You can pick which way you choose to go. But either way, you're here and you can be funded.
Beautiful. And listeners, what I want you to take from this and you really hear in what she's sharing is that you need to believe in your dreams. Like her grandmother said, you've got to believe. You have to be willing to step forward. But if funds are the challenge, guess what? You can raise them. There are ways to step into the funds. It's important to have this abundant mindset that you know where you're going and what you're building and you believe in it. But it isn't a solo journey. So I want you to take a moment as we're getting ready to go into our commercial break here and just kind of sit with all that we've shared. Are you finding yourself using language that's I'm going to survive, or are you looking at thriving? How are you going to define thriving? How are you defining abundance? Are you looking to have those things in your life? Are you wanting to bring in, if funds are the thing that's limiting you, are you willing to believe I can bring those funds in, I can make that happen? Really look at where you are in this. And when we come back, we're going to share, Nichole actually will share about her amazing gift, and then we've got some goodies for you at the end of the show. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Your favorite Voice America Talk Radio Network shows and hosts are in your car, outdoors, and wherever you need them to be. Listen anywhere. Get our mobile app for iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android at the Apple iTunes App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the Walk Star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the Theater Queen, the hosts of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
The Ugly Awkward Dance Show is designed to help you move through those ugly, awkward, and uncomfortable life experiences. You know what we're talking about. Did you know that each challenge brings a gift? Once you've figured that out, even the toughest challenge almost becomes fun. Each program includes engaging guests who talk about what they've overcome, as well as a mindful movement exercise to help you move through your emotional blocks. Yes, there will be awkward dancing too. Visit theuglyawkwarddanceshow.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took advantage of that commercial break to listen, receive, and process. See what it is that as you check in, you discover how you're looking at things, how you're looking at money, how you're looking at your dreams. Are you looking at surviving, or are you looking at, I want to thrive? I want to not just overcome and survive, but I want to leverage off of this in a powerful way and thrive. I want an abundant life. How are you looking at those things? So important, our perspective and what we tell ourselves and the language that we use as we're building a life on purpose. Now, I promised just before the last commercial break that when we came back, I would give Nichole an opportunity to share about her amazing gift. So, Nichole, I wanted to hand the floor over. Do you mind sharing about the gift that you have prepared for our listeners today?
Absolutely, Rebecca. I'll be giving 2 gifts to all the amazing, beautiful listeners for today. One is a free copy of my best-selling book called Woman of Love, Power, Respect. And the reason why I chose this book is for everyone to see, if I can do it, you can do it. It teaches you a lot of my challenges, even though part 1 stops when I'm in high school. But it teaches you so much that I went through, but it goes back and forth because it's more of a novel than a book. So this is one thing I'm giving away free, a copy of my Kindle ebook on Amazon. And my extra bonus is called No More Pain. It's a mini massage lotion by Ebullient Salon Spa Line, which is one of my empires as well, Ebullient Salon. So everyone will receive a copy of the mini massage lotion called No More Pain. And it have different essential oils in the lotion to help you clear your mind, stay free, and and just give you that clarity and know that there's peace and love and forgiveness in the atmosphere.
And living that thriving, abundant life. I love it. Multi-level. Thank you. Thank you for making your powerful book available to our listeners. Thank you for that gift and for the delicious massage lotion from your special line. I truly appreciate that. So listeners, I bet you are on the edge of your seat wondering how you can access these amazing gifts. So we talked about in the beginning, Sonya shared her gift of the top 3 money blocks and how to eliminate them. And then we have the book that Nichole's making available and her massage lotion. So really, really powerful. You simply go to, and make sure you write this down or you're ready. It's radiogifts, and that's plural, .net. It's a net of multiple gifts. So radiogifts.net. You put in your name and email address so we can stay in touch, and then you scroll down to today's date, which is April 19th. You'll see Nicole's beautiful picture and Sonya's beautiful picture and a description of their gifts that you can click on and select the ones that resonate with you or all. And you'll notice right when the page opens up, I have some gifts available as well. So peruse the beautiful net of gifts to serve and support you, and say yes to those that are going to help you move forward and live that thriving, abundant life. You get to choose. And I hope that you lean in and say yes to the tools that we're making available to you. I want you to have support, not just in our weekly calls that we have, our weekly shows here, but I also want you to have tools and resources you can tap into and bring out into your everyday life. That's why we lean in and make these gifts and tools and resources available to you. And then I promise some more good, juicy, rich things for you. And here's what I asked my guests to do, to share a parting thought or word or tip with you to really empower you as you go out into your life, choosing to live on purpose with passion and thrive. Sonya, did you have something you wanted to share?
Yes, thank you for asking. So I wanted to share the 3 to 4 keys that help me to create more abundance. And the first one is to be clear on what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to create. Ask yourself your big why. Why do you want it? And then take inspired action toward creating what you want. And remember, don't worry about the how. Just be prepared for the wow.
I love that. Don't worry about the how. Be prepared for the wow. Lean in with anticipation. I love it. Thank you very much for sharing. And that brought a joyful response. See? So we're on track there, Sonya. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And Nichole, did you have a tip, a final parting thought that you wanted to share with us today?
Yes, Rebecca, and thank you so much. I would like to share my 7 glorious P's. The first one is prayer. Prayer will help you in anything. It is your weapon to destroy any negative or anything that's blocking your way of having the positive and letting your light shine. Your purpose, and then after your purpose becomes your passion brings you the peace to carry on. And then you have your principles. After your principles, you set up and start participating. And then after your participation, you can come into your perseverance. That is my 7 glorious P's: prayer, purpose, passion, peace, principles, participation, and perseverance.
Beautiful. A lot of P's. Thank you for sharing. Passion and purpose and stepping forth movement. Beautiful, beautiful share. Thank you. And listen. Yeah, absolutely. And listeners, I'm just reflecting back on our time together today, and we started our journey really going in and listening to our heart and breathing and seeing what it is that we need today, that we're going to lean in with purpose and anticipation for those things that will serve and support us. So I want you to reflect back on the show and really see, are any of those things you were looking for provided for you? What of those pieces can you take forward? Remember, maybe it's that reminding yourself to be compassionate and loving towards yourself and others. Really looking at how can I live not just a surviving life, but a thriving life, an abundant life. That we have people coming alongside us with abundance and joy and celebrating the journey with us. Really tapping into why you're doing what you're doing and what you're wanting to build and come forward. Are you an empire builder? Waiting to build your empire and getting ready to step into that. That's a way to live an abundant life, to really lean into your passion and purpose and then have it impact others in a positive way. I know for me, that's been something in my journey that when it got difficult and challenging and I didn't know how to take the next step, or I was afraid to, remembering my why, remembering I wanted to make the path, something Sonya was saying earlier, and I know Nichole, you feel this way too, a little bit easier for another. If I can show the way, if I can have this make a positive difference, I will take this step. I want you to tap into that motivation for you, that passion, that you're willing to take those steps, that you're willing to pause, breathe, and say yes to living a thriving, abundant life. And then wait for that wow, not worrying about the how, waiting for that wow to come forward in your life. Because what I want for you, wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always bloom where you're planted and thrive and shine. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.
Thanks again for listening to the preceding program, brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the preceding program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America